are coming to you from US Cellular Field, where this afternoon Comcast Sportsnet presents White Sox baseball. It's A.J. Barasinski, Carlos Quentin, Jermaine Diana-Sock as they get set to butt heads with Kevin Youkilis, Dustin Pedroia, and the Boston Red Sox. Hi, everybody, and welcome. For Steve Stone, I'm Ken Harrelson as we get set to bring you the finale of this four-game set. As you know, the Sox have taken two of the first three. They won the opener 12-2. They won game 2 5-1, and yesterday it was 6-1 Boston. So the Sox come in now 8 games back of the Tigers. 7 games, well, check that, 1 game back of Minnesota, who's 7 games back. And this afternoon, trying to get on the board with a good pitching matchup.
Mark Burley going to the mound at 11-7. In the lifetime, he's 5-5 against these Red Sox. The Red Sox are trying mightily to hold off the Texas Rangers in the wild card. They're 3 games up on them, and they're sending Josh Beckett to the mound. Beckett is 14-5 this year. His ERA .380. Lifetime, he's 4-0 against the Sox, so he's thrown pretty well. Don't look for him to speed it up because he's a very slow worker, the complete antithesis to Mark Burley, who gets it and throws it. So today a big one because it ends the 15 critical games the Sox had. They're 5-9 in the first 14, and Hawk, unfortunately, Detroit doesn't want to lose any.
They are playing well, so sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
Don't get the meeting there, folks. Get up,
White Sox baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by Midas. We're on this road together. Go to MidasChicago.com for valuable savings. Honda. Test drive a 2009 Honda today at your Honda dealer. McDonald's of Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Dedicated to giving you the security to experience wellness everywhere. The all-new 2010 Lexus RS. Reinventing the vehicle that invented it all. Aflac. We've got you under our wing. And by Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines is ready when you are. Go to southwest.com. Grab your bag. It's on.
The White Sox, 8 games back in Detroit, 9 in the loss column, and The Southwest starting lineup for the Red Sox: Ellsbury, Pedroia, and Victor Martinez hitting third. Then Kevin Youkilis, who's been red hot the second half of the year, followed by Bay, Lowell, Baldelli, Veritek, and Alex Gonzalez playing shortstop and hitting ninth. The Lowe's defensive setup, and now the lineup behind: Burley, left to right, Posednik, Rios, and Dye. In the infield, Nix, Ramirez, Getz, and Kotze. A.J. Pierzynski behind the plate. And the U.S. Cellular starting pitcher is Mark Burley, looking for his 12th win, and this is 29th start. And hopefully today he can keep that changeup down. "74 degrees. It's gorgeous today with 59% humidity. The winds out of the northeast, 12 to 20 miles an hour, so they will be a factor today. And mostly sunny. And the umpires today: Mark Carlson behind the plate, at first base Bruce Dreckman. Paul Emmel is at second, and Gary Darling is at third. Mark Burley in the last 8 starts, and that's since the perfect game, is 0-4, his ERA in the mid-5s. The 69 hits in 49 2/3 innings is uncharacteristic, and he's also given up 8 home runs. So he looks to turn that around today, and as they throw the ball around the infield, we're ready for baseball. And I turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Hawk Harrelson.
All right, Stone Pony, thank you. And once again, a very happy Labor Day to each and all. Make it a happy, reflective, and safe one. As Jacoby Ellsworth gets set to lead it off. Ellsworth comes in hitting at .298, 6 homers, and 48 driven in. Red Sox 22 games over at 79 and 57. And first pitch from Mark Burley, taken for a strike. Red Sox hitting at .266 as a club with a 4.33 ERA. Ellsbury has 59 stolen bases in 68 attempts. And there's a high breaking ball just softly hit into right field. So great speed aboard.
And if you're looking for one thing that has characterized Mark Burley since the perfect game, that 0-4 record in 8 starts, it's rolling breaking balls, which that one was, but high changeups. And that's something that he's going to have to avoid against a pretty good hitting Red Sox team.
Last year's MVP, Dustin Pedroia, comes in hitting at .292, 10 homers, 57 knocked in. Pedroia 1 for 9 in this series. And lifetime against Burley is 4 for 10. That's high and wide. This is the 8th and final meeting of the year between these two clubs. In the first 7, Boston has won 4. Outfield straight up. And there's a strike.
Pedroia has grounded into 17 double plays this year, so throwing on the ground, you can turn 2. That time he almost caught Ellsbury leaning, but he dove back under the tag.
Outfield about equidistant, slightly to the right. Ellsbury set a new franchise record in stolen bases. That was against us when we were at Fenway. And that's upstairs. 2 balls and a strike to the diminutive Dustin Pedroia.
It's probably the best time for Mark Burley to give Ellsbury his best move at first.
And there's the strike. So the count evens at 2. And here at beautiful US Cellular Field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center. A sparse crowd on hand today, as that's the way it is every Labor Day that we're home. And that's into left field. Scotty Pies is there, makes the catch, and that's out number 1. So it was one out that'll bring up the first baseman this afternoon, Victor Martinez.
Martinez, a switch hitter, right-handed, hitting .279, .349 as a left-hand hitter.
He is 4 for 9 in this series with a homer, and that coming yesterday in the top of the 9th inning in a 3-1 ball game. That made it 6-1 and put it out of reach. Takes ball 1. Martinez, lifetime against Mark, is 19 for 56 with 3 homers, and he's knocked in 9. Two and 0. Bottom of the 6th in New York. Cubs leading the Mets 4-2. As right here, the 2-0 pitch, he takes off, and no chance. Number 60.
He gets a big jump, decides to run on first move, looks back to see if there's contact, and still no play at second base. So he's in scoring position.
There's the strike.
That's the second time in the series where Victor has taken off on a pitch that he thought was out of the zone.
Make that Cubs are at Pittsburgh at PNC, leading 4-2. So a full count to Victor.
Kevin Youkilis in the on-deck circle. He's waiting for his turn.
And Getz better hang out around a little bit, as that's softly hit to the right side. Kotze will pick it up. And that is out number 2. So Ellsbury in the 3rd. And here comes Youkilis. Uke hitting at .310, 23 homers. He's driven in 81. 2 for 9 lifetime off Burley. Takes first pitch strike.
Regardless of what kind of a year he's had with the bat, and it's been a good year this year, but you see that number? 2 outs, runners in scoring position, 404.
And that's looped into center field. That's going to fall for a base hit.
And he'll improve on that.
So a little duck snort by Youkilis, and it's 1-0 Red Sox.
RBI number 82 for Kevin Youkilis. Mark tries to throw this cutter up and in. It instead winds up and out over the plate, and Youkilis just muscles it into right center field.
That'll bring up the left fielder, Jason Bay. Bay 3 for 9 in the series with a homer and 2 RBIs. Takes strike 1. Bay on the season, a .261 hitter with 31 homers, and he's driven in 98. 0-2 the count. Just off the plate. Just did get back in. He had a short lead as well.
Euclid wasn't too far off the bag, but that lead is very deceptive.
He gone. But the single by Euclid after happening a play. It's the Red Sox 1 and the good guys coming to bat.
Rios and Jason Nix playing third base and hitting 9. Lowe's defensive setup, and how they'll line up behind Josh Beckett, left to right, Bay, Ellsbury, and Baldelli. In the infield, Euclid, Gonzalez, Pedroia, and Martinez. Veritek behind the plate, and the U.S. Cellular starting pitcher is Josh Beckett. He's had a terrific year, 3 complete games. His ERA just a touch higher than Mark Burley's. Tremendous strikeout to walk ratio.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours as there's first pitch strike. Scotty Pods hitting an even 300, 5 homers. He's driven in 43. Beckett in his last 5 starts has thrown 14 home runs.
Well, hopefully that trend continues because it'll be a very lively park today.
And there's a good way to start it. Pods now 6 for 15 in this series.
An 0-2 fastball, and this one is center cut. That's right down the middle of the plate. And this is a combination you can run again. Veritek is just not throwing the ball all that well these days.
So here's Alexei hitting at 280, 15 homers. He's driven in 63. Good lead by Pods. He takes off right off the bat. And there's a little chopper hit down to third and 1 out. So with 1 down, let's check out our picks to click this afternoon. Jimmy and Joe, our director and crew, they went with Chris Getz. Lisa, Layla, and Steve, they're going to go with A.J. Pierzynski. And Horton, Karen, Levy, and I, we're going to go with Alex Rios. As here is AJ. AJ hitting is 315, 13 homers, 41 driven in. He was looking for it, got it, and underneath it.
And Beckett starts out throwing 96. He does have a straight change. But a straight change is anywhere from 88 to 90 miles an hour. So Beckett's straight change is a lot of guys' regular fastball. He does have a wipeout curveball that he uses. And he can and has been overpowering. But lately, Lester has actually been a better pitcher than Beckett.
Gap out there in left center. Well, I have never seen a knock-kneed pitcher that didn't throw hard.
Never checked that carefully.
Think about it. A lot of hard throws. And of course, I guess the biggest one, Randy Johnson.
He is a very big one.
One and two, the count. Just off the corner. AJ 5 for 15 lifetime against Beckett. Outfield slightly to the right. Now Beckett will, as Steve told you, take a ton of time with guys on base. And Veritek is not the speediest at putting the numbers down. There's a nice pick by the 37-year-old veteran Veritek.
Veritek is a lot like Carlton Fisk in that he'll settle behind the plate. He'll finally get down into his crouch. Take a look at the hitter's hands, his feet, see if he's getting closer up on the plate. And go through a lot of different signs.
And the payoff pitch. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the first, 1-0 Bad Guys. If you're just tuning in, just a beautiful day here in the beautiful city. Sox will conclude this series this afternoon, and the Oakland A's come to town tomorrow and Wednesday for that brief 2-game set, and then it's off on the road again. As AJ goes down, 2 out.
Beckett is starting to use a 2-seam fastball more than he ever has. And that's what this was. You see the movement. AJ did just barely tip the ball, but it stuck in Veritek's glove.
With 2 out, that'll bring up our cleanup hitter this afternoon, Jermaine Dye, hitting at .260, 25 homers, and 72 driven in. Jermaine 3 for 11. Lifetime against Beckett. And of the 3 hits, 1 of them stayed in the park.
Beckett originally signed by the Florida Marlins. He was a first-round pick, the 2nd player overall in 1999. Later going to the Red Sox, along with Mike Lowell and Guillermo Mota, for Hanley Ramirez, Anibal Sanchez, and a host of others.
One and one to count to Jermaine.
Pretty good numbers lifetime.
Big pitch right here. Always. And it goes to Dye. Mark Kotsay on deck. Well, Veritek's a big guy. 6'5", 222 pounds. Tula, Texas. That's where he lives. And another long look in. Jermaine's going to call timeout. Now Veritek wants to start all over again. Got a good pitch to hit. Cut it short, fouled it off to the right.
That fastball was right down the middle. Veritek wanted it inside. Beck didn't get it there, so he's missing his spots. Just a question of Sox hitters trying to take advantage of it while they have a chance.
Oh, with good pitchers, with veteran pitchers, it usually doesn't get worse. It gets better as far as their control goes. As he strikes him out. So we get the leadoff man aboard. Can't do anything with it. After 1-0 Carmines.
Individual game diamond suites, they're all available. Book a group outing or party area by calling 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com.
First pitch strike to Mike Lowell, the DH this afternoon, who's 1 for 7 in the series, and that one hit was a homer. Lowell comes in 296, 17 homers, and 69 driven in. That's high into left center field. Pod's making the call right in front of the track, right in front of old aches and pains, Luke Gapling. And it's out number 1. And if you're just tuning in, a couple of soft singles, one by Ellsbury and the other by Euclid, and that's something that Mark said has really been bugging him lately.
One of the reasons why this one doesn't go out of the ballpark is it's a changeup, and Lowell is well out in front of it. He still hit that ball pretty well. It went almost to the track, but that changeup is a pitcher's best friend if he can keep it down.
1-1 to count to Rocco Baldelli. Hitting at 262, 7 homers. He's driven in 22 off the end of the bat. 2 down.
In one area, Hawk, I think you could probably, and I guess it's kind of surprising, the Sox have really tightened up their defense over the last 10 days or so. This was a team making all kinds of mistakes, and they're not making too many defensive mistakes lately.
Well, actually, the good defense started in Minnesota. We played errorless ball there, made some good plays, and made the plays that were supposed to be made. That is not a category that's kept very often, except in the mind of the players and the manager, as that's in the right field. Veritek, he's down, a 1-2-3 inning for Burley, and it is still 1-0 Boston. Complete baseball roundup, including the Tigers and Cubs. So join Mark Shanowski for Sports Night tonight at 6:30 only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. 1-2-0 for the Red Sox. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for our Sox. It'll be Kotze, Quinton, and Getz to face Beckett. Ball hit hard, back through the middle, base hit. I'll tell you, that Pedroia could cover some ground.
Just barely missed this one going back up through the middle as Kotze hits it pretty hard. It's another fastball. This one was on the outer third, but Kotze got a good piece of it. And Pedroia just missed.
So here's Quinton, the DH this afternoon. Kotze, by the way, now 5 for 8 in this series with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. There's ball 1. Carlos 3 for 11 in the series, and lifetime against Beckett is 0 for 3. Big gap in right center. And that ball hit into left center. Jacoby Ellsbury. Kotze going to give him a bluff. And he makes a perfect peg into Pedroia, so 1 out.
Mark Kotze knows Jacoby Ellsbury very well. So he went back, he just wanted to force a throw. It was a perfect one-hop throw to second base. They were teammates most of this year.
Chris Getz will stand in. Chris hitting at .275, a couple of homers. He's driven in 31. Takes first pitch strike. That big gap remains in right center. And that's low. 1-1 to count.
Chris has done a tremendous job since coming back off the disabled list. And his speed at the bottom part of the order, coupled with a guy who's making good contact, is a big plus.
Fouls it back in the count, 1-2. Well, we've got some real good speed at the bottom of this order today. Getz, Rios, and Nix. Between them, they are 51 for 56.
And then if you roll over, you got 2 speed burners in Posednik and Ramirez. So a lot of speed in the lineup.
That breaking ball flips it, and it's going to be over our dugout. About 4 rows back.
Look at Alexi, who grounded out softly to third base in the first inning. He's been swinging the bat a whole lot better. He came in, his batting average up to .280.
And shot. And Wolfen forgets, 2 down.
Heads up base running play by Mark Kotze. Because he saw that was going right at Pedroia. Only hope would be that it would be over his head, which isn't that difficult to do, especially with that 4-inch vertical leap.
So here's Rios. Alex hitting at .249 with 15 long ones, and he's driven in 65. Alex 6 for 18 lifetime with a homer against Beckett. say 2 for 4 in stolen bases. Just has just a decent lead over there. Got a good pitch to hit. And like JD did earlier, Dye, he cuts it short, fouls it off to the right.
We had the right thought process because he went up trying to hit the first ball fastball, and he got one right in the sweet spot and still didn't get the good part of the bat on it.
Drops a breaking ball, and now the count 0-2. Bliss on a tough hop makes it easy. And that'll do it. We're into the third. We trail 1-0. Top of the third inning, 1-0 Carmines. It'll be Alex Gonzalez, and back to the top of the order with Jacoby Ellsbury and Dustin Pedroia. Gonzalez hitting at .280, 3 homers. He's driven in 7. Pops it up. AJ getting rid of the mask, fighting it, stays with it, and that's out number 1.
Help make the White Sox Wives Food Drive the biggest drive yet. Conduct your own drive prior to the game and bring your contributions to the ballpark on Saturday, September 19th. Fans that donate non-perishable food items and make cash contributions will be entered for a chance to win autographed White Sox memorabilia. Make donations at gates 2 through 5 from the time the gates open until the top of the second inning for your chance to win.
Ellsbury takes strike 1. A little soft single in the right field. Stole second and scored on Youkilis. 2-out single. The 0-2 pitch. That's into center field. Right center. Alex is there. Check that, 2 out. mentioned we have Oakland coming in tomorrow and Wednesday. After the game today, Red Sox will board their charter, go back home, where they'll have 2 with Baltimore, 3 with Tampa Bay, and 3 with the Angels. And included in that 8-game homestand, it'll be over 10 days, 2 off days.
I'm talking with Dennis Eckersley of the Red Sox. He said that he thinks that their schedule is a lot softer than Texas going home.
That's trouble. Little man's going to pull up at second. That'll be his 42nd double.
Good plate coverage by Pedroia. We saw it in yesterday's game where he was able to take the ball away and drill it to right field. This time he sliced it just inside the line and easily coasts into second base.
That'll bring up the switch hitting first baseman, Victor Martinez, who grounded out to Kotsay at first.
Last year he had 54 doubles, and this year he's got a golden opportunity to get over 50 again.
There's the strike. 1-1 to count to Victor Martinez. Getz has got him, and it'll retire the side. So the 2-out double by Dustin Pedroia goes for naught. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It is still 1-0 Bad Guys. The Chuckmeister, our Chuck's blog, and also check out my partner Stone Pony. Check out his Twitter.
Yeah, it was a tough Twitter day today.
Why?
Quick turnaround early this morning. Not much going on.
Wah.
Not much turning around.
There's a strike to Nix. Twitter's going all right, though, huh?
Not bad. Twitter.com at Baseball Stone. You get some White Sox info, some baseball info.
Good.
Remember, you get what you pay for, which is nothing. There's a breaking ball right off the arm of Nix.
He took one right there. He saw it coming, just decided to go ahead and take one for the club. Leadoff man aboard.
Didn't exactly run out of the way of that one. Decided that one run down, it's best to lead off on board.
Here's Scotty Pod singled in the hole between third and short. The way Nix took that pitch right there. Had a terrific friend of mine that I hadn't seen in a long time. When I say friend, teammate. Hadn't seen him in 40 years, just before the game started. Came into the booth. Steve Hargan, former right-handed pitcher with the Cleveland Indians. When they had Sam McDowell and Hargan, and they had Louis Tiant, Sonny Siebert, that was probably the best four-man rotation, stuff-wise in the big leagues. But the reason I brought his name up was when a hitter would do what against Hargan, what Nix just did, just stand there. The next time he came to the plate, he wouldn't just stand there. Hargan would bury him. Absolutely bury him. The 1-1 pitch. And there's a base hit. So some good things going right here as Nix will have to pull up. Ellsbury quickly gets to it, gets it back in. First two men aboard.
That's 2 days. That's the fifth hit for Sednick. Ellsbury got to the ball so quickly that Jason Nix, who had thoughts of third base, had to put those on hold, and he stayed there at second.
Pod 7 for 16 in this series. So we'll see what Ozzie wants to do. You got Victor Martinez in the grass at first. Youkilis at the cut of the grass at third. There's the bunt. Beckett runs it over to Pedroia. He put a little giddy up on that one. Nice bunt.
Well, he got very fortunate because he, number one, picked it up with his bare hand. Number two, he almost threw it over Pedroia's head. He had plenty of time. I think this might have been a little frustration taken out, perhaps, for his plight this inning. So as long as he might be a little upset, let's put 2 runs on him and get him more upset.
AJ struck out. Gap out there in left center field. That was a good pitch from Beckett. And if the ball is going to be hit hard, that's exactly where it was going to go. A rope hook foul.
Well, he cut that fastball way in on the hands of AJ, knowing that he's a first ball fastball hitter. You might as well give him something that looks like it. By the time he gets the head of the bat out, the ball is way inside.
Jacks it up. And the count 1-1. 1-3-0 for the Red Sox. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for our Sox.
They're going to concede the run in the infield unless it's a one-hopper right at either Beckett or Youkilis. Other than that, they're going to try to stay out of the big inning.
Yeah, too much time. And the count 2-1. Well, I was just checking the schedule of the Red Sox and the Yankees here for September. From today on, and there's no question that the Yankees have a much tougher schedule than Boston.
I don't think the Yankees are in their sights as much as holding off Texas. They'd like to catch the Yankees, but they got to hold off Texas.
Breaking ball, and that's fouled down.
Another cutter inside, and that one didn't feel real good.
Right now, with the stuff that Beckett has, AJ's got a big strike zone. He's got to protect in and out and up and down. And that's inside.
Well, Beckett threw this ball to come back out over the plate. And Mark Carlson didn't like it, neither did AJ. So the count goes full.
A little chopper. That's going to get the job done as Nix will score. And the game is tied at 1 with Pods at third.
AJ did a great job. That was a terrific at bat because he's facing a guy that's been a strikeout pitcher for years. This was a sinker low and away. He struck out on this same pitch in the first inning. This time with a ball a good 8 inches off the plate. He put it in play knowing the shortstop was back. And we've got a tie game.
And still hitting as Jermaine. He also was a strikeout victim in the first inning. And just checking the Texas schedule. From this day on, their schedule is tougher than Boston's. They play the last week 4 at the Big A in Anaheim and 3 in Seattle. Prior to that, a 3-game series with Tampa Bay. 4 with Oakland. They have 7 with Oakland. They have 7 with the Angels. 6 with Seattle. So their schedule, the Rangers do. They've got a tough road to hoe. Blocked nicely.
There's the wild card with the Rangers losing yesterday and the Red Sox winning. 3-game difference. The Rays bullpen has been abysmal, and that's one of the reasons why they're 7 back. And the Mariners just hanging around.
And there's ball 4. So he walks Dye, and here comes Kotsay. First walk issued by Beckett, and Kotsay drilled one right back to the middle, leading off last inning for a single. Just a decent lead by Jermaine as that fastball fouled away into the LG Skyline Club seats. And that breaking ball pull foul. So Beckett well in command of the count at 0-2.
So ready to make his 46th pitch. Beckett leads the staff in complete games with 3. And he'll fly over the 200 inning mark this year.
talking with Dennis Eckersley about Beckett the other day, and he said he thought one reason for the 14 home runs in his last 5 starts is just his fastball is a little flat now. As you look at the Hall of Famer, what a pitcher. The best control of anybody I've ever seen in 50 years in this game.
Especially with that motion that he had.
He could throw it through the teacup. Jermaine's going down to second base, so now base hit.
It's going to go as just a second wild pitch of the year for Beckett. That's the wipeout curveball, and Varitek does the best job he could possibly do. But this is heads-up base running. As soon as Jermaine saw that ball in the dirt, knowing there was a man at third, Varitek was not going to gamble on throwing to second.
And there it is. That's the base hit into center field. Jermaine, he's coming around. And the Sox lead it 3-1. The base hit by Mark Kotsay. Yes.
Mark Kotsay's been some acquisition by Kenny Williams. He's done a tremendous job, whatever Ozzie has asked him to do. He steps up and drives in runs 13 and 14. Little soft single to center field.
There they are, Mark Burley. Hold them right there, buddy. As here's Quentin. He went out to left center field. Oh, what a series Kotsay is having. 6 for 9, 2 homers, 6 RBIs.
Well, normally when a team trades you away, you have a little added incentive against.
Well, that's a whole bunch of added incentive right there.
Yes, it is.
Carlos now 3 for 12 in the series. Short lead by Kotsay. And that's fair. Lucas never had a chance on that one. So now they're going to wave Kotsay around. The ball banging around. Good throw's going to get him. And they got him on the forearm, he says. Mark Carlson. But some damage is done as the Sox put that 3 spot up on the board. We'll go to the 4th leading 3-1. Sox lead it 3-1 here in the top of the fourth inning. Euclid takes first pitch strike. Euclid a base hit. 2-out RBI back in the first inning. Outfield straight up for the 30-year-old all-purpose player. And the count 2-1. Duke with a catbird seat and the 3-1 pitch. Take another look at the play at home plate.
Up to the naked eye, it looked like he was out. Mark Kotze told Mark Carlson that he didn't think that he was tagged.
Well, he didn't get him on the arm like Carlson looked.
No, he didn't. I think he just flat out missed him.
He certainly didn't get him on the arm, as there is the breaking ball strike to Jason Bay, who struck out his first trip. So that cost us at least one. Burley's got to pitch over this leadoff walk. Pulled the string, changed up, turned it over. Good movement. And the count 1-2. Good pitch. Ate him up. Kotze making the call.
Take one more look from this angle and see if he does indeed get the arm. Now he reaches out. Right there, he misses the arm.
So here's Lowell. Pitch to Mike Lowell. That's up high. Lowell went out to left field.
Fourth inning of yesterday's game, hit a towering 2-run homer.
Two one. One more look right here. See Kotze going to the inside. Question is, did he get his hand down before Veritek tagged him on the hip? All right, take your time, boys. You got plenty of it. And that'll do it. Got him out in front of the changeup for the 6-4-3 double play, and is still 3-1 White Sox.
team history with 6 hits in a game. July 22nd of 1962 versus Boston.
Bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be the lower third of our order. Getz, Rios, and Nix to face Josh Beckett. Sox with 3 runs on 5 hits. Red Sox 1 run on 3 hits against Mark Burley. First pitch strike. Chris lined out to his counterpart, Dustin Pedroia. And that's chopped foul. So the count 0-2. He knew it.
Yeah, that time Chris jumped out of the way of a fastball that tailed back over the inner third of the plate. See where Veritek wants it. Yeah, not much doubt about that one.
Here's Rios, grounded out to Youkilis. After today's game, just 11 more home games in the season.
Seems hard to believe, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. This has been a very, very fast-tracked year. Ball is hammered. But foul. Classic in-between syndrome. And that pitch, top foul.
Not a whole lot of guys going to hit for a high average if you try to pull that pitch. That ball was up and away, probably 3-4 inches off the plate. And Alex going out there to try to get it, pulled it foul.
Been there and done that.
A few times, huh?
Too many. Veritek once again to the outside. That breaking ball, just a roller. Good pitch to hit, really. For the most part, he jammed himself, and that's out number 2.
Let's take a look at the two guys going head-to-head on the mound. Josh Beckett, Mark Burley. Win percentage, a little better for Beckett. Overall, he's probably played for some better teams. ERA almost identical. World Series rings. Beckett leads by 1. All-star selection. Mark leads by 2. Two very good pitchers.
Nick started off that 3-run third. Got hit with a breaking ball. Took one for the club, and it turned out to be the right move. There's a broken bat. Boy, you can't get that one. A little duck snort. Jason Nixon, good speed aboard. He is 9 for 9 in stolen bases.
There's an example of why Beckett is not pitching more effectively today. Veritek wanted it low and away, and Beckett got it up and in the inner portion of the plate. So although he broke Nix's bat, because it was up, it turns into a base hit, but he missed his spot by probably 2 feet.
Scotty Ponds is 2 for 2. He is 7 for 16 in the series. There he goes. And there's the throw. No chance. He is now 10 for 10.
Martinez actually did a pretty good job of getting rid of this, considering the lead that Jason has, which was a tremendous jump. But The hand on the bag, the tag on the hip, and the call by Paul Emmel. Veritek.
Yeah, that was a terrific jump he had there.
A lot of times pitchers allow base runners to get a running or walking lead, so all their momentum is going towards second. It's tough to throw them out with that kind of a lead.
Unless you're Johnny Bench,
Sure.
Ivan Rodriguez. People to this day who didn't see Johnny Bench play. Hawk, I heard you say that Johnny Bench had a stronger arm than Ivan Rodriguez. And I said, yeah, he did. Best arm I've ever seen behind the plate is Johnny Bench. It was one of those arms you had to see it to believe it. Stay fair, won't.
Well, he also talked about the fact that at the age of 25, they thought he had lung cancer. And in those days, they did a tremendously invasive surgery on it, cut a whole lot of muscle. And unfortunately, he became a different player. It was not lung cancer. It was valley fever. It was a fungal infection. And he said, if you look at my numbers up until I was 25, he goes, they were never the same as before I had that surgery.
Back door with a breaking ball. No, he told me that after that he just couldn't swing the bat anywhere near as well.
But he did wind up going to the Hall of Fame, if nothing else but the fact that he could hold 5 baseballs in one hand. And that is a good trick, my friends.
Terrific player. And the payoff pitch. And that's ball 4. So that'll bring up Alexei. Alexei has grounded to third and had a sacrifice bunt last inning. Don't stop now, boys. Let's keep it going. Breaking ball. Alexei doesn't like that call.
He thought this ball curved around the plate.
Which it did.
You can understand why he would think that.
Count evens at 1 to Ramirez.
I think it's been pretty lucky today that there's only 3 runs up there because his stuff hasn't been good. He's hanging a lot of breaking balls. Nick's getting hit by one, cost him 2 runs in the third. And Sox hitters have taken a few that have just rolled right over the middle of the plate.
Softly hit down to Yupos. He'll tag the bag, and that'll stop the threat. We'll go to the 5th. It is 3-1. Good guys. 3-6-0 for our guys, 1-3-0 for their guys. As Rocco Baldelli hits the first pitch down to Jason Nix. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Make every home game a double play at U.S. Cellular Field this season with 2 ballpark hot dogs for the price of 1. Visit an All-Star concession stand during the first hour after gates open. For White Sox individual game tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com. Oh, you love those 1-pitch outs.
Here's Veritek. Went out to right field. Takes first pitch strike. Took a lot off that, had him way out in front.
Veritek's been a little better hitter from the right side this year as opposed to the left, but he's been consistent. He hasn't been good from either side. He is their captain, though, and usually he will catch Beckett and Lester both. "57 pitches for Mark Burley.
Weeks is out, pokes that one into right center. Alex is there, and that's out number 2. I was thinking about it on my drive home after the game yesterday, and I don't know of anybody in this league that's got better stuff, left-handed stuff, than Lester.
Well, he's just about as tough as you can get. He's around the plate, and everything moves.
He's got the fastball, he's got the cutter, got a 2-seamer, he's got a changeup. He doesn't walk anybody. He's got that forward motion quotient fastball. And not many guys have got that. And that is a fastball that when they release it, it comes out of their hand. It's moving quick. And there's a base hit in the hole for Gonzalez. He's now 1 for 2. But when that ball gets about 10 feet from home plate, looks like somebody hit it right in the behind. And just jumps on it.
Well, he has late life with every one of his pitches. And what he did yesterday, which I really liked and you saw a couple of times, is he'll go down and in, and then change the eye level with a face-high fastball that just jumps. And he throws it by the right-hand hitters consistently. I mean, he's got over 200 strikeouts. Been a magnificent year for him.
And then just to put the icing on the cake, a cancer survivor. The ball is hammered by Ellsbury. So 2 out, 2 on here in the top of the 5th inning.
And you know, balls hit real hard when it starts to knuckle as it goes out to the outfield. And Ellsbury hit that one awfully hard.
So here's a tough little customer standing up at that dish, Dustin Pedroia, who's gone out to left, and he doubled into the right field corner back in the 3rd, picking up his 42nd 2-bagger. Takes first pitch strike. So you've got good speed at second with 2 outs. Not as good a speed if there's no outs or 1 out. But with 2 outs, Gonzalez, good base runner, got good speed. And you get outstanding speed at first.
Well, the Sox by and large have been staying away from Pedroia, so he's been hitting the ball to right and right center field. If he had his druthers, he would just about pull everything. He'll have a chance here.
Well, when you're as good a fastball hitter as he is, he's the best fastball hitter on that team. Little bitty peanut of a thing. You can turn around a fastball like that. You want the fastball to turn around. That's up high. 2-2.
Mark was going to give him the fastball that time, but he was going to allow him to take a look at it as opposed to a swing at it. If he wanted to swing at it, well, that was his prerogative, but it wasn't going to be a strike.
Well, that's the beauty of that pitch. It doesn't have to be. It has to be up out of the zone, and even if it misses too far up like that did, still you made it move his eyes.
Burley in this situation is going to always throw what A.J. calls. And this is a real good time for a straight change.
2 on, 2 out, 3-2 to count with Victor Martinez on deck. Straight change if it's down.
There was a straight change, and Pedroia just able to foul it off and stay alive.
He's throwing 2 straight high fastballs like he did. If you get the changeup down, he leaves this one up a little bit.
But that's the only reason why he was able to stay alive. Because if it's down, there's a real good chance he grounds out to the right side or just misses it.
And that will load him up. Second walk issued by Mark. And bring up a very solid clutch hitter. Martinez today is 0 for 2. He's grounded to first and he's grounded to second. But you put ducks on the pond with this guy and he is tough.
Especially with the bases loaded as you look at those numbers. 5 for 9 with 11 driven in. This year with the bases loaded.
Want to know the count. And that is foul. Well, what a nice play by Nix.
Gary Darling straddling the line, motioned it was a foul ball. We'll take a look at it. Good angle for this one. And you see it was fairly foul.
Big pitch right here, the 1-1.
Well, A.J. was hoping that one would stay in fair territory, but it trickled just into foul territory.
All he had to do was pick it up and step on the plate. Big outs, the pitcher's got to get in the game. He's standing at the plate right now with a 1-2 count.
Good stop by A.J. It helps that it was a changeup, but he was able to make sure it didn't get by.
Martinez trying to take that one into right field. Picked it up very quickly. Count hangs at 2-2 with the sacks packed with Carmine's 2 down. That's into center field. Can of corn. So Burley pitches out of it. Halfway home. He leads it 3-1. Go visit the guys, huh?
I am. Thanks, our Chuck.
AJ will lead it off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Sox lead it 3-1. Red Sox, if you're just tuning in, 1 in the 1st, Sox 3 in the 3rd. High and wide, 1-1. Took a little something off that one. Not much, but a little something. Had him just off time. Ball and 2 strikes. Baltimore was great at that. Taking just enough off the fastball where it looked like a batting practice fastball, and then all of a sudden you out there and you hit a little ground ball left side, you pop it up. That wasn't a BP fastball.
But the Oriole pitchers would work on that. Just throwing the fastball right down the middle in very much of a fastball count. 2-0, 3-1. But right down the middle looks really inviting. And the hitter's never really on it.
No. The guy who did that to me on that Oriole staff was Dave McNally.
McNally, one of the 4 Oriole starters in 1971, along with Cuellar, Dobson, and Palmer, that won 20 games in the same 4-man rotation. I don't think you'll see that again anytime soon.
Boy, that's a lot of 0 for 4s from me. For those 4 guys. Wow. That's downstairs, 1-1. McNally with that slider that he would just wear you out inside, being a right-handed hitter. Fastball. His fastball was pretty straight, but he had good control with it. There's a curveball fouled away, cued off the end of the bat. But then he would get you, as you mentioned, 2-0, 3-1, throw you that little BP fastball right there, and I'd hit a little down ball down the Brooks at third base.
He didn't miss many of those.
Grab some bench, Hawkaroo. Checks it up, and the count 2-2. That just died, didn't it? Dauber?
I think so, yes.
Dauber's a good man.
If not, he can text us.
Yep, the snake. Boy, he had a good curveball.
He was a good scout.
Yes, he was. As that's fouled away.
Used to run into him at a lot of different places. He did know his baseball.
I brought him here in '86. Be a pitching coach, minor leagues. A long look in. Back it. Now it's about the 4th time, and this is 3rd at bat that JD has called time.
I'm not sure how many fingers Veritek has, but with nobody on, how many can you show him?
Gonzalez got plenty of time, and that's out number 2.
For each double play the White Sox turn this season, Dominics will make a donation to White Sox charities.
And we have turned 134 thus far this season. So here's Kotsay. He's 2 for 2 with 2 big RBIs. Lee Hopper, Roy has got him. That's a 1-2-3 inning. First time that Beckett has done that. We'll go to the 6th, leading 3-1. Kevin Youkilis, Jason Bay, and Mike Lowell. Mike Lowell here in the top of the 6th inning. Burley leads it by 2. Youkilis, 2-out RBI single in the 1st. He walked to lead off the 4th. What 1-1 to count. Tigers with an off day today. Tigers have been coming back, and that's hit softly to the right side. Getz has got him. 1 out. When you see a team late in the season that you're trying to catch, and you look up at the scoreboard, and all of a sudden they're trailing in the 7th inning by a couple, 3. They wind up coming back and winning it, and then all of a sudden you see them trailing in the 9th inning by 2. They come up with 4, and they win it. That's not a good sign, as Bay singles into left field. He's now 1 for 3.
Well, especially in that situation where we put together a 4-game winning streak, starting with that dramatic victory in Minnesota, then going to Wrigley Field, then winning the first 2 against the Red Sox. And during that streak, we picked up a grand total of no games. And there's a look at the Central. You see 8 games back, 9 in the loss column.
Here's Lowell. He's 0 for 2. Well, I guess the Tigers sort of figured that if the White Sox don't want it and they're going to give away all those ball games, we'll just go ahead and take it. But we have beaten ourselves so many times this year. It's just been unbelievable. 0-2 the count.
Well, after the day off today, the Tigers travel to Kansas City, where Rick Porcello will go against the 1-6 Bruce Chen. Bruce will take care of him.
That's liable to get Euclid. Bay 12 for 14 in stolen bases, and there's a base hit line into center field. So 2 on with 1 out here in the 6th, and Mark's got to cinch it up and hunker down. Boa's neck. and do some chunking.
In the fourth inning, Lowell in a similar situation grounded into a double play. This time he lines it into center field, so the tying runs are aboard. Baldelli's hit a couple of ground balls, and another one here probably yields 2.
He is grounded to short and he's grounded to third. Fouls that one over. Nice changeup from Burley.
Pretty impressive numbers so far as we're into the 6th inning. It's another changeup, and that one just dies off the corner.
Well, give him a little more motion and take a little less off of it. Up there. He gone.
Good high fastball. That's what you're looking for after you've set him up down and away. See him try to go up on his tiptoes almost, try to get to that. Still couldn't.
22,511 in the house. Labor Day has never been a good day for attendance. Veritek takes it up high. Outfield just about straight away, equidistant, as the count evens at 1.
You remember Labor Day doubleheaders we used to schedule?
Remember doubleheaders every week scheduled.
And not so any longer. They really love the 81 home dates.
Well, you can't blame them.
No, you can understand why with
You got
the amount of money in play and the amount of money devoted to salaries these days.
well, when the minimum salary was $6,000, they scheduled doubleheaders, and we had a good time playing them too. And the minimum salary is $400,000. You better have 81 home dates. Plus, we only played 154 games.
That's true. Remember the Indians winning 111 of them in 1954 and then getting swept in the World Series.
Dusty Rhodes.
It killed me. I was 7 years old. I've never recovered.
Yes, he did. So Burley pitches out of it. Veritek doesn't like it. Meanwhile, there's still 3-1 good guys.
player became the third player in team history with 6 hits in a game, July 22nd of 1962, versus these Red Sox. Floyd Robinson. Whoa, he could really single. 6 for 6, 6 singles.
Floyd Robinson could hit. He could double, too. As we get set to go to the bottom of the 6th, 3-6-0 for our guys, 1-7-0 for their guys. It'll be Quinton, Getz, and Rios. Outside, in between innings, our producer Todd Benjaminson was asking me about the doubleheader, scheduled doubleheaders, you know, and then we got into the dates. But you got to remember, back in those days, when I joined Kansas City in '63, I first came up, I think the entire payroll for the 25 guys was just a shade over $500,000. And today, as I said, the minimum salary is $400. That ball's hammered. Boy, that's a humpback line drive. That's a hang wiffle, but that's still a good sign. As Carlos.
He's hit the ball hard today.
Yes, he has. 2 out of 3 times.
1 for 3 to show for it. That was a double down the line. This line drive to center field actually was hit harder. But all you can ask for is put a good swing at it and make good contact, and the rest is going to take care of itself. So sometimes there's going to be guys standing there.
Barrel it up.
Yeah.
Just checks it up, takes down low. He is lined hard to second, and he is struck out, called out on an inside fastball. There's a little Bolingbrook bounce for Pedroia.
Visit the official online shop of the White Sox at whitesox.com. Browse the largest online selection of authentic team gear, including official caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the whitesox.com shop.
And here's Rios. Alex is 0 for 2. He's grounded to third and going out to right. Takes ball 1. Uh-uh. 2-0.
Nice young lady enjoying this one. And a great nose protector.
Don't go there. Pulled off that one. On a 2-0 count. Meanwhile, that is 7 in a row retired by Beckett. We're into the 7th. 3-1 White Sox. Tomorrow night at 6:30 right here on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Alex Gonzalez is 1 for 2. Takes it inside. Ninth inning in Toronto. Minnesota leading the Blue Jays 6-3. There's a strike. Change up and the count 2-1.
It's a big inning for Mark Burley, because if you can get through this one, then it's easy to mix and match out of that bullpen. You got to cover 7 or 8 or 9 outs, it gets a lot tougher. And the Sox bullpen is up and going.
Count hangs at 2-2 with the 32-year-old veteran shortstop.
Tony Pena throwing in the pen.
He gone.
Well, on strike 2, he went up there, up and out of the zone, so you might as well go there again. See if he still likes it.
Well, the last 2 times out, he's been pitching up and down more than he had been in the 4 previous starts.
And pitching up for him is going to be very effective because of that straight change.
It's that old saying, you show me a guy who knows how to pitch up, and I'll show you a winner.
And that's up and out of the zone, not up for a strike, because up for a strike isn't good at 88. Up and out of the zone is real good.
Well, you were just terrific at throwing that fastball, a tantalizing fastball, just over the top of the strike zone. When you were nice pick right there by Jason, but when you were up in the count.
Yeah, and that's really the key, Hawk, is up in the count, is being ahead of the hitter, because otherwise they just take it. And this is a real good play by Nix. Ball hard hit. He was playing well off the line, and it's easy after that. It keeps their speed burner off base. Now Matt Thornton starts to get loose.
The irony of pitching up, though, is that hard throwers are more apt to get hit hard with a fastball up than guys who are not hard throwers, according to the count. As nice inning right here for Burley. It's making the call, has the ball, 1-2-3. Second time he's done that. 7th inning stretch. He leads at 3-1. First pitch swung and a missed by Jason Nix here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Sox on top 3-1. All 3 runs coming in the 3rd. The lone Red Sox tally in the 1st. Jason is 1 for 1. He was hit by a pitch that started off that 3-run 3rd. And that's looped into center field. Ellsbury.
We're going to take a look at our Jaguar high performance of the week, and it's Ichiro Suzuki. 2,000 career hit, 2,000 of them. Not to mention the fact that 3,278 when you combine his efforts in Japan, the second fastest to 2,000 hits, 1,402 games.
So here's Pods. He's 2 for 2 with a walk. Well, friend of mine's grandson Noah posed an interesting question.
How many animals on the ark?
Ricky Henderson or Ichiro?
As far as what?
Who would you like to have on your team?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's a good question.
That's a tough one.
I know I gave him my answer.
Well, you would take Ricky because of leadoff home runs.
No, I would take Ricky because he's the most devastating offensive player I have ever seen, including Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris, anybody in the last 50 years. Ricky Henderson was the most awesome offensive player that I ever saw. Ichiro is terrific. He's been fantastic.
Yes, he has. In fact, this year will be 9 years in a row that he goes over 200 hits.
So it's a good question.
It is a good question. How about if I could hit him 1 and 2?
That's you, Charlie.
By the way, I was channel surfing last night, and lo and behold, I came across Charlie Wilson's War.
Did you? You haven't seen it?
Well, yeah, about 10 times, but
okay.
I thought it would end differently. But it ended the same way. It was a terrific, terrific movie.
Well, you're talking about one of my favorites right there. He never does anything that's bad, Tom Hanks.
No, that was a really good one.
What a terrific, terrific actor. And from what I understand, person. Alexi 0 for 2. They sacrifice by. Takes it up. Back on the corner. Yeah, I had the pleasure and the privilege of playing against some great players. And with some great players, namely Yastrzemski. There's a Matabatacola. Well, he has retired the last 10 he's seen, but he trails at 3-1. All right, our check. Thank you. We're in the 8th inning here. Got the heart of the order coming up. Victor Martinez, Kevin Youkilis, and Jason Bay. So this is a big out always. First out of the inning late in the ball game. As there's strike one. Victor is 0 for 3 last time up with the bases loaded and 2 out. Burley got him to fly out to Rios in center.
That was probably the biggest situation of the game. And Mark has a big advantage because Victor already has his 1 infield hit for the month, and he's gotten it in this series. So you can take that one out of the equation as Hideki Okajima was sitting up in the bullpen.
And this will be the 105th pitch for Burley. Victor just did check it up.
If he has any problems, Ozzie will have no problem going to the pen, as he's got Thornton waiting.
Well, if 2 get on, he's definitely out. Ozzie will not let him lose this ball game. Line shot, and there's 1 on. The leadoff man aboard.
September 18th at 7-11. It's the White Sox versus the Royals. It's halfway to St. Patrick's Day, and it's a celebration. The first 20,000 fans, 21 and older, will receive a White Sox cap presented by Miller Lite. For tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com.
So he has made the call to the pen. Another strong effort by Mark Burley. 7+ innings, facing 1 guy here in the 8th. He departs, and we'll be back. White Sox postgame live. You'll see all the highlights, get Bill Melton's analysis, plus listen in on Ozzie's postgame remarks. Always interesting. So don't miss US Cellular White Sox postgame live immediately following the game right here on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Tony Pena comes on with a runner at first. He's 1-2, ERA 4.30, on for the 25th time, and he'll be looking in at Kevin Youkilis.
Takes first pitch strike. Overall this year for Mark Burley in particular, this has not been a very good situation. There have been a few times that Mark had left with the lead and came up with no decision. 1-1 the count. Outfield straight up, spread out. And the count 1-2.
That was a good slider. See where AJ wants it, and that's in a perfect place.
Can he do it one more time?
Well, AJ's going to give him an opportunity.
Euclid can run pretty good. Too slow in developing, but they get the lead man.
And a good slide at second base by Victor Martinez. The ball was slowly hit, and Euclid does have pretty good speed for a big man. Martinez goes in as hard as he can go in to disrupt the play, but no chance of turn two here. It's a clean slide.
And it was a good pitch. So here's Bay. He's 1 for 3. Takes first pitch strike. Bay has struck out, popped to first, and singled sharply into left field. Bottom of the 8th in Milwaukee. Cardinals shutting out the Brew Crew 3-0.
It's behind Chris Carpenter, who's going to be battling Adam Wainwright for Cy Young Award honors.
Good foul.
Good one.
Right size, wrong shape.
Bay has 31 of these, not 31 foul balls, but 31 home runs. And fortunately, he got around a little too quickly because he hit this ball hard.
The 1-2. He gone. Bullseye.
After setting it up with a fastball inside, he went with the slider away. Not a whole lot of movement, but certainly enough, and in a perfect spot.
Can't ease up now. Here's Lowell. Mike 1 for 3. Make a mistake on this guy, and we got ourselves a tie ball game. Just off the outside corner. And there's a strike. The ball, a strike, 2 out here in the top of the 8th. Straight back. So Pena in command of the count at 1-2. And a reminder, Oakland plans to be with us tomorrow night. Carlos Torres against Brett Tomko and the Oakland A's on Wednesday in the finale of this homestand. Freddie Garcia against Trevor Cahill. A game tomorrow night on Comcast Sportsnet Plus. And on Wednesday, Comcast Sportsnet. But right here, the 1-2 pitch. Check out our upcoming schedule, and it's off. 3 in Anaheim, off day on next Monday. And then 3 in Seattle before returning home for our final homestand of the season. He gone. Good job by Pena. Comes in, retires Euclid, Bay, and Lowell, and we'll go to the bottom of the 8th with this 2-run lead.
AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. And Hideki Okajima comes into the game. Okajima at 5-0, ERA 3.29, on for the 62nd time that leads his staff in appearances.
Here's AJ 0 for 3 today, but he did knock in a run back in the third when we scored all 3. Big time head movement from Okajima. Had a pretty good pitch to hit. AJ, I think, a little perturbed at himself that he didn't hit it hard someplace.
Okajima throws a fastball, and it's right down the middle. And AJ fouls it off, and you see Carrasco and Bobby Jenks.
One out.
So not to swing at the head motion or the arms and elbows coming after. That was a good curveball on the outside corner. AJ goes down on strikes.
Here's Jermaine 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Takes ball 1. Kotze on deck.
Josh Beckett went 7 innings, gave up 3 runs on 6 hits. He walked a pair and he fanned 4. Ramon Ramirez getting ready in the bullpen.
And he retired the last 10 he saw.
Yeah, he was getting stronger, which he usually does.
I like Beckett. Beckett is a gamer, a competitor. Just like Eckersley we were talking about it the day before yesterday. Regardless of what he's got, he's going to come after you. He is going to come after you.
Well, 14-5 would indicate that he's a pretty good pitcher, and leading the staff in complete games. Pretty good.
Two and one. Yankees leading Tampa Bay 4-1 that game in the bottom of the 8th inning in the Bronx. As the count evens at 2 for JD. Well, we talked about it earlier in the year. It's going to be interesting to see if the Tampa Bay starters could protect the bullpen this year the way they did last season. And as it turned out, it was not to be.
Also, not having an official closer is a bit difficult, and Tampa Bay's bullpen this year has been very easy to get to.
Well, late in the season last year, Tampa Bay really didn't have the definitive closer. They were using committee, but their starters were just awesome. Just got a piece of it. That is a final from Toronto, 6-3 Minnesota. Top of the 7th in Houston, 3-2 Phillies. Top of the 9th in Milwaukee, 3-0 Cardinals. And just got a piece of that. Bottom of the 6th at Kauffman Stadium, Kansas City leading the Angels 4-1. Rangers shutting out the D-backs 3-0. That game in the top of the third in Phoenix. And later on, Texas taking on the Tribe at Progressive Field. Looped out into short center field, and that's going to fall. JD will take it. Come on out single.
It's another big effort by Dustin Pedroia as he goes out to try to get this one, but it just drops over his head. Long way to go. No chance for Ellsbury, who was playing deep. And Pedroia gets it and gets the ball back in the infield very quickly. And Dwayne Wise now taking over to pinch run. He'll also then go in and play right field.
About time Jermaine got one of those.
He's probably thinking the same thing. Been a tough run for him.
Yes, it has. You know, he struggled, and then when he would hit the ball hard, that's a syndrome. Part of that struggling syndrome. When you do hit one hard, it's usually right at somebody. Got to say 2 for 3 with 2 big ribbies. Pretty good lead by DW. And that pitch just misses. Cincinnati leading the Rockies 3-1. A game in the bottom of the 4th in Denver.
Cincinnati's been one of the hottest teams in baseball.
They've won 7 in a row. Big hat, no cattle on that one.
They're going for their 8th in a row.
Wise with a pretty good lead over there. And the count evens at 2. For the Red Sox in their half of the 9th, scheduled hitters, the lower third of the order. Baldelli, Veritek, and Gonzalez. Good eye. Post pitch. Full count. Carlos Quentin on deck. And a little commercial toss over to first. Times we've seen Okajima, he does not have a good move forward.
Hasn't shown one yet. That's not going to fool too many people. Unless you're looking in the stands.
That's not a very good thing to do when you're
on base
trying to get a lead. That ball hit into right center field. Baldelli will get there, make the catch. Ball was hit softly. So 2 out.
Well, Ellsbury looked at Baldelli, who eventually came on to get it. I think he thought for a while that Ellsbury was going to make the play.
So now 2 out, and here's Carlos. Quinn, last 2 times up, has hit the ball hard. He's 1 for 3. He had that double in the 3rd. And he lined very hard, leading off the 6th to center. Stretch. Bay looks up. You can put it on the ball. Yes. Yes. A 2-run homer for Quinn. And the Sox lead it 5-1.
Makes things a little more comfortable. We talked about Carlos hitting the ball a lot better today than he has recently. His 16th, he's driven in 39. The Ford home run replay, this ball out over the plate, and a line drive rocket over the bullpen off the back wall. And that should change the pitching plans for Ozzie.
Chris Getz takes first pitch strike. Sox trying to even up this season series against the Red Sox at 4 games apiece. As there's a strike in the count 0-2. But more importantly, get on a roll and make it 5 out of the last 6 and just don't stop. We have not been on a roll all year long. That's out of play, and that is very, very unusual. As a rule, most clubs will get on 2, a minimum of 2 a year. And some, your better clubs, will get on 4, 5, or 6. One and 2. Five 8-0 for our guys, 1 8-0 for their guys. As Ellsbury broke back, now comes on, but the big 2-run homer by Carlos Quentin. Sox lead it by 4.
If you missed some of the action, go to On Demand from Comcast, and you'll have access to Comcast Sportsnet White Sox games ready to watch on your schedule. Find out more, call 1-888-4BEST-TV. Matt Thornton comes into the game. He's trying to nail it down. He's 6-3, ERA 267. On for his 60th appearance. Dwayne Wise takes over in right field.
And here's Baldelli. Looking for it, got it, and couldn't handle it. That at 96. Rocco 0 for 3. He's grounded to short, third, and struck out. There's the Doc Edwards shot right there. 1 out.
Celebrate Hispanic Heritage Night at U.S. Cellular Field Friday, September 25th as the White Sox take on the Tigers at 7-11. Enjoy Latin music and dancing, special activities for kids, and pregame on-field parade along with specially priced tickets. Be one of the first 1,800 fans to purchase a ticket and receive a chance to purchase an exclusive Ozzie Guillen bobblehead.
First pitch strike to Veritek. Jason 0 for 3. Yes. He gone.
Not much doubt about this one. A little later in the day with the shadows across home plate, it's tough to see, and it's tough enough at 97.
Especially when you call it 8 innings. Martin trying to nail it down for Mark Burley, and that's a foul ball. Broken bat, another $95 bill just bit the dust.
It's 2 of them this inning.
Well, Rocco's, I don't care what kind of wood that was. That thing was gone. Burley trying to up his career mark against the Red Sox to 6-5 and go back to 40 games over 500.
And this would be the first time that the White Sox would have ever beaten Josh Beckett. So that's a nice ending.
Well, he knew it was a chance to be a good pitching matchup, and Burley just outpitched him. Well, I'll take it back to the fan. Get rid of him.
I don't blame you.
1-1 to count. Gonzalez. Patsy with a couple of RBIs, a big 2-run homer by Carlos Quentin. Popped up right side, and when this ball comes down, this ball game will be over. Sox win. Matt Thornton comes on, full breezes it, and what a job by Mark Burley. He worked it in and out and up and down today.
Got out of a couple of jams, and at the end of the day went 7+ innings, gave up just a 1 run, and so the Sox split the season series, and this home series they take 3 of 4 from the Red Sox.
All right, so for my partner, former Cy Young Award winner Steve Stone, the Stone Pony, our director Jim Angio, our producer Todd Benjamin, our associate producer Dave Ross, our technical manager